Hi, friends. Host Eric here. Host Talking to Fence People. I'm awake. I was in bed a good solid 12 hours last night, but I was a little bit of Taciturn Tad and the Tossy Turns, which is a band that I made up while I was sleeping last night. Yes, Taciturn Tad and the Tossy Turns. Anyway, the direction you should hunker is either up or down. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Hi, Can Christian. Are you hunkered up or hunkered down? I'm trying to figure out which way to hunker. It's been a while since I've hunkered at all. I've long thought that hunkering is probably unnecessary, but apparently now is the time to hunker. So I must say this, which is very nice. Los Angeles is less insane apparently than many places. It's not locked down or whatever. We have the ability to go around and do some things and buy some things, and it's not like San Francisco, which is just. What kind of an idiot made the policy for San Francisco? I do not know. You're hunkered down? Okay. Well, that's one vote for down. I'm still thinking I'm going to hunker up, maybe, though. All right, so first bar grip of the day. Oh, where's Rachel, you ask? I'm not actually sure where Rachel is. She got up, and then I came out here. I assumed she was going to be out here, but she must be inside in the bathroom or something. I got to take my poor kitty back to the vet today to get her bandage changed. Oh, my beautiful pants. I'm so sorry you're hurt. So that's an exciting activity I got planned for the day is take kitty back to the vet. You're so bored. I'm a little bit bored too, King Christian, and I just woke up. There's a lot of normalcy that's been tossed aside. What day of the week is it? Either Wednesday or Thursday? Oh, I don't even have any idea. It is Wednesday. The thing about the government stuff, KKSP, is that at least there was back and forth about that, Well, that's a good activity. UPG, I mean. Thing is, the hysteria can only last so long because, of course, nothing's happening, right? This is the thing. Where's the huge wave of deaths? Where's the huge wave of hospitalizations? It's not occurring. People are going to have a limited amount of patience for this. I feel a little less than fully sane as well. I wish I had some Adderall right now, but I don't. And I'm not going to for another week, so that's fine. I'm just going to chill out. And hunker down, You're tired of online activity. Well, you were tired of online activity, Ken Christian until I started live streaming. And then you realize this is so exciting that I can't even stop myself from being constantly excited. Where's Rachel? I don't know, actually. She got up a little bit before I got up, and I thought she'd come out here, but I guess she went into the bathroom. She's probably in the bathroom. Anyway, can't get Christmas out with you. This online activity is different. This online activity is special, and you're constantly incredibly entertained by it. Yeah, can't get Christmas on. Why don't you mediate some conflicts? Oh, meditate. That's dumb. Breathe easy. Nobody likes meditating. Meditating is boring. Breathe easy. Okay, here I go. Ya cha 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 cha. There, see how entertained you are? It's like I have a limited capacity to entertain people right now because I'm not on speed. When I'm on speed, then I'm really entertaining. But right now, I'm just kind of boring like you. I'm just kidding, Ken Krishna Sarpagu. You're not boring. You're exciting. Peace out, X. Peace out. You go ahead and you meditate. You meditate your little ass off. You meditate until your ass is enlightened. That's how you know you've done enough meditation. Otherwise, you're unmeditated. Life's difficult. Life's hard. Life's boring sometimes. People don't listen to Eric is the main problem in the world. If everybody listened to me, we wouldn't have these kind of problems. It's very easy. You just smoke some bowls and don't worry about it. That's how you meditate. Hi, Maddie Sanchez. How you doing? You bored too? We're all bored here. You're spiritual. You don't have the focus to meditate? Okay. Oh, kitty. No, kitty. There. Kitty got caught on a cord. I'm going to pull my computer off the table. I'm spiritual, but I don't have the focus to meditate. Well, here's the thing. What's the advantage of meditation? Presumably, the advantage is that you are calmer or more centered or something. But, I mean, it's the same thing as exercise, more or less. It depends on what personality type you are, I guess. But when I get Rachel out here in a little bit, I guess we'll probably take Kitty to the vet. She looks like she's uncomfortable. I think she needs to have that bandage changed. Let me open the door for my kitty. She wants to go outside. You want to go outside, kitty? Ow. Banged my hip. Every American is getting $1,000? Really? Well, that's nice. Is that the solution? My word. That's not a solution. Every American's getting $1,000. Man, woman, and child? Or just man and woman? Oh, the insanity. The various insanities going on around here are insane. I just don't understand it. I don't know how to get through to the world and get them to listen to me. It gets frustrating. You know, I would say this. I'm glad that people are paying attention to the economics of this now, but it's a little late, you know. I should have been factored in the decision making about it instead of just as an afterthought, you know. God. This is why I have to be president. This is why I have to be president, because it's not because I'm the only person who can be president. It's because I'm the only person who can make sure everybody understands that what's most important is how we talk about things and how we decide things. And that the problem with the status quo is that it wasn't spoken about nor decided correctly in the first place. And that needs to stop. We have to make good decisions going forward based on real impact calculi and based on real policy understanding. And so that's where I come in. But, you know, I just want to stomp my foot and throw a little tantrum sometimes. That, of course, won't do any good, but that's what I feel like doing when I think about things. You know, last night, Rachel and I went out and we saw the most hilarious thing in the world. Chuckie Cheeses has on their window, big sign, takeout and delivery only. Now, who in the world is going to get takeout or delivery pizza from Chuckie Cheeses? Nobody. Nobody in the world is going to do that. Why do you go to Chuckie Cheeses? Do you go there for the delicious pizza? No, you do not go there for the delicious pizza. You go there for the games and the ball pits and all that bullshit. So, you know, that's poor Chuckie Cheeses. Chuckie Cheeses has been there forever, up there next to the Habit in Pasadena. And when I was a kid, I used to, you know, people used to have their birthday parties there. It was like, if you were really lucky, you got your birthday party at Chuckie Cheeses. Well, I mean, how long is it going to be shut down for? Not that I'm a huge lover of Chuckie Cheeses and super sad that Chuckie Cheeses is going to go out of business or something, but the unfairness of the whole thing. It's like if certain places are packed and certain places are empty. You've got Chipotle full of people. Why? Well, because it's you stand in line, you get your food, and you leave. And they put a sign up saying you can't sit in here right now. Same with Baskin Robbins. Same with Subway. But restaurants that are sit down are fucked. You know? Best Buy's open. PetSmart's open. Ross Dress for Less is open. None of the restaurants are. Why? How does that make any sense at all? It doesn't make any sense. I went to PetSmart last night. It was quite crowded. And, I'm, ranting a little bit about the virus. I got to take Kitty back to the vet. She looks like she's kind of taking a turn back for the worse a little bit. Like, yesterday she was seeming pretty peppy and stuff, and now she's kind of like limping a little bit harder. So I'm gonna take her back to the vet like we're supposed to, get the bandage changed today, and hopefully she's okay. And I need to be a little bit better about giving her medicine when I'm supposed to. I didn't give her medicine yesterday, so I have to do that. And what else is on tap? I don't know. I haven't actually spoken to Rachel this morning. She got up. I assume she was out here. She got up before I did, but she must have been in the bathroom. She's probably taking a bath or something. So I just came out here and started live streaming because, that's what I do in the morning. I just get up and start live streaming. So it's kind of nice, I guess, in a way that we're in this period of hunker. First of all, I can guarantee you when you look at that Google chart for the verb hunker, you're going to have this huge spike of usage of this verb. Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to be excited when Ken Christian Summer marries Joe Winston's mom. I'm assuming Winston's mom's your last name, so your son has the same last name as you. I want to go to that wedding. For sure. I want an invitation to that wedding. And that's very rare for me to say that. Generally, I don't like to have invitations to weddings. So, anyway, it's been very nice having Rachel here, and yet I think we're both feeling heavy about the world, the state of things, and this sudden burst of hunkering. And also happy to be with each other, I feel a lot of this sort of relief or rightness or solvency for having Rachel here and with me. And she talked to her psychiatrist on the phone yesterday, and he was not difficult at all. Very cooperative. The opposite of everything I've encountered at that place before. So obviously somebody's had some conversations and figured that, don't fuck with Rachel anymore. He started in on the marijuana smoking, and I just put it on speaker. My ass. You believe this shit, these people? Anyway, backed right down. I gotta tell you also, this place is kind of lucky because this virus thing has precluded me from feeling a great deal of enthusiasm about following up on it right now, because I figure you're not going to get any traction with anything except the virus right now, Boston. And yesterday, what did we get from yesterday, from St. Patty's Day? We got no drunk Boston. Every year we're supposed to get drunk Boston on the news. Can Krishna Sarmagu's got other plans. She's got her wonderful arranged marriage from her parents to reject. That'll be fun for her. Yeah. You know, Rachel and I went out last night. We drove around. We took a couple of films. I would like for that to be the case with me as well, that I'd like to see increased channel numbers, viewers, and subscribers, except it's not the case with me. I mean, I guess I'm seeing a little bit increased numbers sometimes when I'm live streaming, but by and large, I'm not. And I'm not seeing increased numbers in general at all. And my subscribers are still stuck right where they've been stuck for months and months and months. So that may be my fault. It may be YouTube's, suppressing me in some sense. I don't know. It's impossible for me to know. Like, and it's just weird. Like, why is it that I'm 20 minutes in now and I have 5 people here? Normally I'd have at least 10 or 15. It's hard to say why. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. There's a heaviness about the world right now. For me, anyway. I feel it strongly. I feel this heaviness of inactivity, of forced hunker. Forced hunker is it's weird because I'm not actually feeling forced in the way that somebody in San Francisco would. LA seems to be a lot more sane than some other places, but a lot of businesses in LA are still open. A nice, good, simple-hearted guy. You don't want any complex hearts. What's wrong with a complicated heart, King Krishna Sarmagu? I want to know. You're only 22. You're going to be pressurized by your family. Normally, you'd be just pressured. But you're not only going to be pressured, you're going to be pressurized, too. You better be careful you'll get the bends on the way back up. I wonder if Rachel's here in the live stream. I don't think so. She probably would have said hi or something. I wonder where she is. His cuck soul wand master said, "My son is a gentle soul. He's 9 feet and tall and lean and lanky like Hysteria." Well, does gentle soul mean simple heart? I'm curious. I think my heart's fairly simple, actually. I think my heart's about as simple as it gets. That's FI polar for you. My head's not very simple. But my heart's pretty simple. My body's pretty simple, too. Hi, I'm Joe. Hi, King Krishna Sarmagu. I'm Simple Joe. Is that the guy you want, King Krishna Sarmagu? Simple Joe? Sleeping in the master bedroom is great. It's vastly superior to sleeping out here. The bed's big enough, like, I can toss and turn. It doesn't really bother her that much. She can toss and turn. It doesn't really bother me. I get up all the time to pee. I get up like every 2-3 hours to pee, which is annoying, but just part of growing old, I guess. I suspect my having to pee all the time might have something to do with my having been a drunk for a long time, too. I don't have a real good reason as to why. I just think it does. That seemed to start after I quit drinking. So, it's annoying. But, like, I was in bed like 12 hours last night, but I didn't really feel like I got that great of sleep. I was Taciturn Tom in the Tossy Turns, or Taciturn Tad in the Tossy Turns, I'm not sure. One of those two is a good band name. Yeah, it's annoying, though. It seems like I don't pee as much when I'm awake, you know. All right, let's see. I'll give it a shot. Edit video. The INFJ sphere. Okay, I'm going to change the title to Hunker Down or Up. Live stream now. Okay, there. I added the words to the title as per Winston's mom's suggestion. Let's see if it does any good. I'm judging the guys in your college KKSP. Those scoundrels, those complicated scoundrels. I'm passing judgment. Shame on them for being so complicated. There. You feel better now? I do. It always feels better when you take a moment to shame people. So I'll say again what I've said before about this whole virus thing. I've never seen anything like this in 48 years of life. I've never seen anything like this. And the last time I said that was 9/11. It's obviously a big historical event in that regard. And as far as I'm concerned, this outdoes 9/11 in terms of weirdness. 9/11 was weird for a couple of days where there were no planes and everyone was kind of freaking out. But this is weirder. This is the strangest thing I've ever seen because you're talking about mass hysteria, worldwide global mass hysteria. There's no reason for this. Where's the wave of hospitalizations? Where's the wave of deaths? It's just not happening. Not even close. Did we flatten the curve so much that it mad? Okay, I'm not busting your chops, Can Krishna Sarmapagoo. I don't want you to be the wrong kind of complicated either. That's why I'm wagging my finger at him. He's the wrong kind of complicated, god damn it. Boston. The mean streets of Boston. Anyhow, I wonder where my Rachel Epolosa is. I miss her and love her. I haven't seen her for like an hour now. I wonder if she went somewhere with my dad. Or is having breakfast with him or something. That's possible. An egg, huh? Are they going to sit on it until it hatches? And give birth to another ferret that way? Is that how ferrets come about? They hatch from eggs? It's happening in Italy and Iran. It's really bad. So places where they have really shitty testing, it's really bad. The places where they have really good testing, like South Korea, it's incredibly not bad. Why is that? Can Christian Sarmapuga? Why is that? That's what I want to know. Why am I nervous? I don't think I'm especially nervous at level furrows. Did I say I was nervous? I might have. I would say I'm troubled. I'm troubled. The reason I am troubled is, I always do that. It's a thing I always do. I don't know why. But I am troubled. I deal with no matter what. Maybe it's an ADHD thing. I don't know. Sometimes I make myself stop when it starts to bug me. I know it makes like the camera bounce a little bit and such. Hi, Eileen. So here I am being boring. I know I'm not very interesting right now because I just don't. There's not a lot to talk about. For one thing, it's like, what's going on? Nothing's going on. Everybody's hunkering down. Okay, well, I think in general, all over furrows, that distinction is not one that they make anymore, but the hospitals are flooded. Doctors are deciding whom to let live and whom to let die. Really? Let me look at the news. Earthquake hits Salt Lake City. Trump's approach to Corona is to blame China. We might have an airburst tomorrow. Wow, shit's going crazy. So, The last recorded airburst took place over the city of Chelyabinsk, Russia, which produced a flash 30 times brighter than the sun and caused 180 cases of eye pain and 90 cases of temporary flash blindness. It's expected to enter the atmosphere at, or at least approach Earth on March 18th, tonight at 11:15 p.m., roughly 3.9 million miles from the planet's center. So it may or may not get pulled into the atmosphere. If it does, we might get an airburst. And in fact, it says there are 3 asteroids currently headed for Earth. "118 feet, 52 feet, and 102 feet. U.S. could implement domestic flight restrictions. Interesting. Well, the do's, don'ts, and rules of social distancing. In many cases, the action is prophylactic. No one at work or school may be sick yet, but with each passing day, this is just ridiculous. Let's see what we got here. Okay, well, this is the thing. To not overwhelm the healthcare system. That's everybody's justification for destroying the world economy. As though destroying the world economy isn't going to cause more harms long term than overwhelming the healthcare system temporarily would. You've got to think about people's lives and well-being after this clusterfuck of a mistake of a disaster of hysteria. You have to think beyond just right now. You have to have some sense. You know, as people are doing this shit as though we can just destroy the world economy and not have any harms from that. Not have any real harm. Not as important to people's health. The fuck? I mean, this is going to kill way more people long term in any rational understanding of the thing than if we had let it run its course. Nobody's talking about that reality. It's It's a clusterfuck of a disaster, of a miasma, of a fiasco, of a farce, of a horror show. Yeah, come on in, Dad.
Rachel.
I guess she's in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she was asleep.
What's going on? Let me mute this. Hold on. Okay, so you have to pay if you're seen with more than 5 people together? That's insane. That's insane. Okay, well, look, here's the thing. I'm going to do everything I can to save the world, okay? Hopefully I'll be able to do it. It's going to be a challenge, obviously. Yeah, Rachel's fine. She's got out of the bath. Now she's doing the wonderful service of listening to my father repeat all the stuff he told to me to her. So, it's just basically about our planned Vegas trip and how we're not going to Vegas. And what I appreciated here was in the U.S., at least the Surgeon General said, this is not an authoritarian country. And I appreciated the Surgeon General saying that. You know, this is not an authoritarian country. It's not supposed to be anyway. My dad's talking about having to bring my mom home because I'm not sure he can afford this. You know, he doesn't want to draw it from his portfolio because. Hi, Rachel Basil.
Hi, you want close?
Yeah, please, thank you.
I'm so used to it when it's warm.
In not a super long time, I want to take Kitty to the vet because she seems to be seems to sort of be taking a turn for the worse, maybe? I don't know. Well, she seems a little lethargic and.
It might be that the medication from the injection is like fully off. So she's really feeling it now.
Yeah, it could be. I think that she needs to get that bandage changed. And how was dinner last night? It was good.
It was good.
No, Kitty has a leg injury. I don't doubt El Lobo Froze if that's the case.
I'm so happy to see you in a very comfortable spot. Don't get up for me.
Yeah, we've got solutions in place if in fact Mom has to come back home, which is possible, but she's paid through April, and I think he said maybe actually she's paid through May. I'm not sure, but if the long-term care comes through, it ought to, and cuts a check for the portion of care that it would pay. It's supposed to have paid for the months already he paid for. You know, it's supposed to reimburse him for those months. So if that happens, then should be pretty straightforward. Do you want to give her one of these pills in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. And maybe this time I'd take it out of the can because she can't seem to eat very deep into it.
Okay. Put it on this plate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, everyone ultimately is dependent on the markets. So that needs to.
There we go. you. Yep, for you.
I think she's eating a while. That's good.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be leaving for Vegas.
We had a trip planned, like, I think it was 23rd or 25th or something.
Oh. It's coming up.
Yeah, Hunter S. Thompson's definitely an ENTP. Quintessentially ENTP. More crazy one than me. I mean, what's the main difference between ENTPs and ENFPs? ENFPs are more, they say ENTPs are the inventor types. ENFPs are much more inventory than ENTPs when it comes to actual stuff. ENTPs are much more media oriented. ENFPs like entrepreneurship and stuff. ENTPs go, ENTPs are muckrakers for sure. We like to rake muck. Because I like to rake muck. Words versus vision. Possible way to put it. Yeah, Hunter S. Thompson is somebody I've always identified with. Like, how high is my tolerance with weed? Pretty high. I mean, I can smoke quite a bit of it. I mean, not exactly. I just smoke a lot of weed to get. Are you having your rear yet?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations!
That's why I was in the bathroom for so long.
I poked it out of you.
Thank you.
I poked Rachel's period out of her yesterday with my penis
You do that successfully.
when we were having sexual intercourse with our bodies. Do I take weed for medical reasons? Not unless you think not being high is a medical problem. It's neither. It's like, well, why do I smoke cigarettes? I guess because I'm addicted to them. But why do I smoke weed? I guess you could say I use it to treat my alcoholism. It makes it more plausible for me to not drink alcohol, which is important that I not drink alcohol. When I quit drinking alcohol, I engaged in temporal bargaining, as they say, which means I made deals with myself. And one of those deals was, well, you can smoke as much weed as you want. You just can't drink any alcohol. If I couldn't smoke as much weed as I wanted to, or if I didn't have anything for my head, it would be difficult. It's a safer addiction, yeah. It's a much safer addiction. It's very much the equivalent of smoking cigarettes for me. It doesn't really get me high. It's just something I do. And I definitely am very addictive in my personality. I have a lot of little things.
That's a 7.
It's a 7 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel's the same way. She needs her thing too. It's not like she really definitely needs weed or whatever. It's just that weed is the thing that she can have all the time. It's not going to cause her problems. Everybody needs something like that.
Yeah. I always said, even in camp, that like it's important to have a vice. Because if you don't have an outlet for some of those like desires that you have, even addictive thoughts, like whatever it is, it can be very self-destructive.
Right. So, You know, people need to respect other people's. People need to respect other people's self-bargaining.
BRB.
I gotta open the door and smoke a cigarette. So, sounds like they're pretty drastic there. Eileen, it sounds crazy. Yeah, I used to be a drunk, so I know what it's like to have an actual drug problem. For me, that was an actual drug problem. I was drunk way too often. I was drunk too much. I was hungover when I wasn't drunk. It was awful. But marijuana is not a drug problem at all for me. It's just something that I do periodically, and when I quit drinking, everything got better. Everything in my life started working, and until I quit drinking, I was just drinking until I figured I'd just sort of drink myself to death, you know? I had already wasted my life and given up whatever opportunity I had to be happy and successful, so fuck it. I don't know. I was just nihilistic. Not anymore. Now I understand that that I've got a destiny. I'm supposed to be doing something. So I'm gonna try to do it. Nihilism's a bad thing. It's a stage for NTPs. It's sort of an inevitable stage because there's so many people spewing such bullshit in the world, and it's hard to buy into any of it. There's some kinds of so-called bullshit that are important to buy into if you want to have a meaningful relationship with both moral indications. And who doesn't want that? Huh? Who doesn't want that? Everybody wants that. I want that. I want that. Like a cat in my pat and a wat. Rachel made this coffee too strong. God damn it.
Hi.
I put in moisture.
Hi.
That's what moisture pudding's doing.
I'm doing good. How are you, my tall, deep water?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Of course. You know what's interesting? It seems like she's actually eating the pill, but not the food. Where did I put my charger?
In the bedroom?
Might be.
So, let's smoke this cigarette. get a cup of coffee, and then in not a super long time, I think we should gather a pee and figure this out.
Yeah, that's great.
We should squirt that stuff in our mouth before we go too.
All right.
Put those pants on.
Yeah, I really have no idea. I guess maybe other
What are you looking for?
my charger. I think I thought I brought it in, but I guess I didn't. Must have left it in the room. I just like to cover all my tracks because I tend to absentmindedly put stuff down and then find it later.
Right. I'm the same way. I do that too. Just shitty SI. You want underwear?
That's why I put these on. And dude, ugh,
You're still.
yeah.
You have to roll the pen like that. Well, you never got your suitcase out of the car.
Yeah. Well, I was like not pressing because I figured, oh, let's leave it in there till we're in Vegas and then whatever.
We'll take it out.
Um.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a super cold day in the neighborhood, actually. It's another super cold day. LA is icy chill right now. And you know, the thing is, I really do feel like I have already had COVID and I'm over it because I was having like lung issues from this last cold that I had that were unusual. I felt a lot of shortness of breath. And come on in, kitty. We're going to the vet pretty soon. Yeah, I know, baby. I know, my precious wonder kitty. Oh, precious wonder kitty. I have a precious wonder kitty. I don't know if any of you guys have one. Probably not. But no hanky panky. Yeah, no hanky panky or you're gonna spread disease. No hanky panky or you're gonna spread disease. So yeah, I think I've already had it. I really do. And I wonder if you can get a test that says you've already had it, or only if you've already had it. It wasn't COVID-19. How do you know it wasn't COVID-19, Joey Joe Shabba? Did you get tested? Are you one of the lucky few? Don't fool yourself, girl. It's going right up your poop chute. That's the only it's the only Frank Zappa song I know or think about at all. Yeah. So how you doing, Rachel?
Good. Still looking.
Are you still looking for that?
Yeah.
You looked
Sure.
inside, it wasn't in there?
No.
Yeah, you sure it wasn't in the bathroom?
Yeah, I checked there too.
You
I
brought it
feel
out
like
here
when
and
I-
put it down someplace.
Yep. I was changing it.
I mean, see, that's the thing. My cough wasn't particularly productive. I didn't have a spiking fever, perhaps, but I mean, I don't know. I may have in the initial burst of it. My cough has become productive now, which is what makes me think that I'm over it. I'm not worried. All right, you want to go to the vet?
Yeah.
All right, thanks everybody. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. I gotta go.